Okay guys, Jardine here with the second throwing video I mentioned. This one is about non-rotational throws for spikes, also known as Mumyou-Ryu style. And in this video, I will be using Flying Steel's Javelance. This is the first thing I ever bought from Flying Steel, and it's also one of the cheapest. It comes in three lengths. I got the 10.4 inch. There's a longer one, which is better for long range, and I would have gotten it had I known. But this one is 10.4 inches and it's 185 grams. That's really all there is to it. It's a simple spike. It's tough. This came extremely pointy when I got it. It is dull now. I've thrown it so much. However, the tip has never given up, and it would be really easy to grind that back. I know it looks hideous right now. That's because it was left outside for literally months, and I had to scrape a lot of stuff off, but it still works wonderfully. Now, what is Mumyou-Ryu throwing? Well, like I said, it is a non-rotational throwing system for spikes and similarly weighted things. And similarly to Thorn Style, you begin by placing it in the middle of your hand. And instead of putting it on this finger and holding it, you let it lay back to the middle, or between these. And spikes are pretty naturally weighted slightly towards the handle, and this makes it so that your fingers end up right on the point of balance. This is very important for the throws. Now, I'm going to be showing some of these, and of course for the long ranges I'm going to be stroking this way. But other than that, I'm going to be showing some close range techniques, which include very simple just pushes forward and a whip style throw. You can also use these with Thorn Style, as I will show, and you can also do some cool underhand throws. I completely recommend spikes for beginners, except they take a bit more practice, in my opinion, but they are quiet when they miss, they don't clang very loudly, and they don't cause much damage if you miss. You're going to see I'm going to hit the shed quite a few times, but it is no problem. Anyway, to the video. Heh. As I was doing these closer range Mumyou-Ryu throws, which were very simple, like snaps forward, and I was doing the limp wrist like whip motions, I realized I was doing it very gently, and that I want to explain that is because spikes require, you don't have to handle them as much, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Like a knife, you have to be very gentle with them. However, for these close range shows I was doing, you know what I mean, throws, you can actually use a bit more power, and it'll really drive it in further. I can't recommend throwing really hard for long range, but close range, watch this. So, as you can see, like I was saying, you just get a lot more power at no detriment really at close range. Once you know the technique, feel free to try it as hard as you can. In fact, it might help you with the rotation at close range because it's simply moving so fast that it makes it easier for you. I really like the feeling of these whip-like throws where you keep your wrist limp the whole time. And again, it's a real shame. They're really only effective at close to medium range. I wouldn't recommend it for long range. But again, as you can see, the power of these hard throws. Still counts. Clearly, I am Naruto. That's enough of you, kid.
Wake me up.
Wake me up! Wake me up inside! I can't wake up! Wake me up inside! Save me!
As you can see, it performs considerably better using Mumyou-Ryu underhand than with the Thorn Style. However, both still work fine.
Your phone knows how many minutes more it can record before it's full.
Really?
Yeah, you have 9 minutes and 50.